Why?
Yeah.
Okay, so strengthening, weakening, infer questions are over. We're going to look at
description question.
Okay, wonderful.
It is also called method of reasoning question.
Yes, you told me. It's also called the method of reasoning. Let's just go back.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we'll start the
let me just write it
method
down.
Of reasoning
method
question.
of reasoning. Yes.
Okay. Now, the trigger words are argumentative technique, preceded by flaw and logic. And what does flaw and logic remind you of?
Infer.
Weakening question.
Weakening, yes. Flaw and logic was weakening.
Yes. So, if you find this word in the question stem and you're confused, then go to the answer choices.
Okay.
If the answer choices are the description of the argument given, then it's a then it's a method of reasoning question.
Okay, so can you repeat this again?
Yeah. If the answer choices are description of the logic,
yes,
then it's a method of reasoning question or a description question. If the answer choices are new information, then it's a weakening question.
Okay, yeah, because in strengthening and weakening we're looking at new information.
Right.
Again, there will be no new information in a descriptive question?
No, there is a different technique for this.
Okay.
So, first of all, let's have a look at the question stem. Which of the following describes the technique of reasoning? So, technique of reasoning is the trigger word. Logical flaw is the trigger word.
Okay.
Okay. Now, my focus will be on logic, not the subject.
Will be on the logic.
Logic.
Okay.
So, not the conclusion, not the premises, but the logic.
Okay.
And my answer is the description of that logic.
Okay, so what we're going to concentrate on the logic.
Yes.
And we'll see that the answer choices
or the description of that logic
are giving a description, or are they strengthening or weakening?
No, they neither strengthen nor weaken it. They give the description.
They just describe the logic.
Yes, they just describe, be it a flaw or be it the simple technique.
Answer
so they just describe.
Describe
the logic.
Describe logic.
Right. So your tip for this question is the consistency with the author's logic.
Consistency with the author's logic.
Right.
Okay.
So that is what author has done is your answer. What author has not done is not your answer.
Consistency with author.
Author's logic.
Author's logic.
So be it flaw or be it the technique.
Okay.
If author has done it, it's your answer. If author has not done it, it's not your answer. Let's take a very simple question to understand this technique in the next slide.
Okay. It's given?
Yes.
Sure. Yes.
Okay, read the question stem first.
Okay. The question stem is Kathy uses which one of the following argumentative techniques in countering
Stephen's argument.
Stephen's argument. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's this is what.
So what you have to focus on is Kathy's argument.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's read the stimulus.
So we start from Stephen.
Yes.
Stephen, the only way for a company to be successful after emerging from bankruptcy is to produce the same goods or services that it did before going bankrupt.
Yeah.
It is futile for such a company to try to learn a whole new business.
Right.
That's what Stephen says.
Yeah, and what does Kathy say?
And Kathy says wrong. The Kelton company was a major mining operation that went into bankruptcy. On emerging from bankruptcy, Kelton turned its mines into landfills and is presently a successful waste management concern.
Okay, before we go to the answer choices, let me ask you one thing. So what do you think Kathy did to counter Stephen's argument?
So Stephen was trying to explain that companies, if they have gone bankrupt, should come back and do the same line of business. Kathy was just weakening what Stephen was saying.
How? You have to give
by giving a counter
very
argument.
nice. So that is what she gave a counter example.
Yeah.
She didn't do anything else. Now it says argumentative techniques. That is what did Kathy do? So now you know that
she's giving a counter argument.
Example, right? So any answer choice that tells you that she gave a counter example is your answer. Find it now.
She presents a counter example to a claim.
Okay. So can you keep this choice?
She presents a counter example to a claim. Okay. She offers an alternative explanation for the phenomena.
Okay.
She offers an alternative. She has okay.
Okay.
She supports a claim by offering a developed and no. She undermines a claim by showing that it rests on an ambiguity. Undermines the claim by showing it rests on an ambiguity.
Keep it if you want to.
Again, it's not a counter. But maybe okay.
Okay.
She establishes a conclusion by excluding the only plausible alternative to that conclusion. She establishes a conclusion by excluding the only plausible. I think that's too strong. to
Okay.
say that the only plausible alternative.
So you don't want to keep.
I
this.
don't want to keep.
Okay.
this.
Now we have three choices here.
Yeah.
One, we go to the back to the stimulus first of all.
Yeah.
Stephen gave one example
Yeah.
for something,
Yeah.
and Kathy gave one other example.
Yes.
Right, just to counter it.
Yes.
So choice A says she presents a counter example to a claim.
True.
So which is yes, which clearly shows.
Yeah.
So I keep this choice.
Okay.
Right. Choice B says she offers an alternative explanation. There was no alternative explanation.
Yeah, there's no
given.
alternative explanation of
Right.
phenomena.
Right.
So we
So-
just cut it.
C says she supports a claim. We don't support people by saying wrong.
Yeah.
So therefore this goes.
It goes. Yeah.
Yes. She undermines a claim. Till here it is right. She did undermine a claim, but
But she
not
does
by
not show
saying that
that-
it,
does
there
not-
was no confusion,
there's
so there was no ambiguity.
Yeah.
Right. So E says she established a conclusion. She didn't give any conclusion here. She
There's
did
no
not establish any
conclusion.
conclusion.
There's no conclusion.
Yes, and because my tip is that I have to go with the consistency. That is what author did. I have
Yeah.
that is my choice. And so my only choice here is she presents a counter example
Consistency
with author's logic.
author. So we will go with
Choice A.
A.
Right.
Brilliant.
Got this?
Okay, this is very
Okay.
simple.
All right.
Yeah. So what we'll do is again we'll go back and take
Parallel reasoning.
the
in
parallel
next
reasoning
video.
in the next video.
Right.
Okay. It's parallel reasoning.
Sure.